Good morning, expats and international students, and welcome back to my channel, Good Morning Expat. I am on a weekend trip to Copenhagen, and on the second day of my trip, I have decided to explore the lovely town of Malmo, which is not in Denmark, but it is situated in Sweden and very close by to Copenhagen. Like all the big cities, of course, there is always the hop on and hop off service, which you can also take in case you are with some elderly parents or someone who is not willing to walk a lot. Malmo is located in the southern part of Sweden, and Copenhagen is also actually in the southern part, but they lie at the similar level, so they're both very well connected by rail or by road through the Oresund bridge or the train tunnel, which is quite a famous one. So you cross the sea and then you can navigate very seamlessly between the two cities and of course in turn between these two countries. So I took the train this morning from Copenhagen, which is like an every 20-minute service, very handy for people who commute between these two cities regularly. I took this train around 12:30, was here at 1, and the first stop that I'm exploring now is Triangeln. Again, I hope I got the pronunciation right, but this is one stop before the Malmo Central Station, which is where you can already get off. So there are two ways to access the city, either through this Triangeln area, or you can head straight to the Malmo City Center Central Station. If you get off at Triangeln, then of course one of the things that you will notice is this beautiful train station structure, which is like this kind of crystal dome kind of structure, which is an architectural marvel in its own right. If you head straight to the central station, the structure of that is quite iconic as well. It's one of the iconic landmarks of Malmo. This particular square is of course famous for a lot of bars, pubs and restaurants that you can spend time in, but it's also famous for the St. John's Church, which you can see behind me. They say, I was reading on TripAdvisor, that this church resembles the gingerbread houses from fairy tales, so it has a charming story. And then if you turn around on this side, then you also have a very nice place that you can explore with your friends and family, which is the Triangeln shopping mall, which has, I think, around 100 stores. Quite a big one for the size of the city. Of course, this is another bustling square, one of the main city center squares of this lovely town of Malmo. This is a great place, for example, to come with your friends and family for lunchtime. I am saying lunchtime because technically the mall, including the restaurants, would close at 6 o'clock. So not an option for dinner, but great option for lunch, especially if the weather is supportive like this. So we are in the month of June, and the maximum temperature today here in Malmo is like 18 degrees. You can see that my jacket's already off, and it's a very nice weather. So you can see that this piazza is really colorful, vibrant, with people on their wheelies and bikes enjoying the sunny weather, which has just started and would continue usually until the month of August, September. So these are the best months. It's a short window when you should come here to travel, unless you like extreme winters too. But June to August is really the best time to explore this part of the world. We, for example, had lunch at the sushi and salad place behind me. And the best part was that it had a free supply of miso soup. So you don't pay for it, and then it's available in as much quantity as you would like. So quite a surprise. So Malmo is a coastal city in southern Sweden. So of course it has a lot of interesting beach fronts and waterfronts, and I'm going to explore one of them, which is the Ribersborg area. And to get there from the city center or from, of course, the Triangeln square, it is a 40-minute walk, but on the way you can explore a lot of different landmarks, including the Malmo Opera House, which is what you can see behind me, a very regular looking building, but it indeed is the opera house of the city. So walking further up, in this square, you're going to find the St. Petri Skola, which is an academic institution on my right, and on the left there is the Malmo Library. And now we're going to take a walk through the Slottsparken to get to the beach. It is the month of June and the max temperature today is 18 degrees. But having said that, even if the temperature is like this and the weather is super sunny and fantastic like this, do not forget to take a jacket, because as the sun sets, the temperature can drop significantly, and you will notice that there is a wide difference in what it feels like in the sunny areas versus the shady areas. So if you are sitting under a tree, if you're in one of the shady areas, you will feel slightly chilly. So to have a light jacket is always recommended. This is the north of Europe, my friends, so do not forget that. Never underestimate the weather. So Malmo is a small town in Sweden, but it is also famous for two of the biggest academic institutions that are situated here. One of them is the Malmo University, part of which you can see behind me, and also right next to it there are some student residential areas and other hangout spots for students. There is a very large patio through which we walked the last time I was here, and it's a really fantastic location. The other major university is also the World Maritime University, and the cool thing is that this university, the Malmo University, is right across the famous monument in Malmo, which is the Malmo Castle itself. So you cross the river, which is the Sege River, by the way, and then you turn around on this side, and what you have in the backdrop is already the Malmo Castle. So if you don't want to walk all the way from the center to the castle and then over to the beach, the other way is to take this tram, which is tram number 3, which is a very cute little one. So I'm sure the ride on it is enjoyable as well. Now we're walking towards the Ribersborg beach, and on the way I noticed this building, and if you look at the windows, they are very large, like unusually large. I think the design is meant to make the maximum use of sunlight, so quite an innovative and nice design, but it's a bit unusual to see such very large windows on these buildings. Ladies and gentlemen, the Ribersborg beach area. Welcome. So this is the Ribersborg beach area. Having said that, taking a dip in the water is a totally different story, because bathing here in your swimsuit is only for the brave heart. So the temperature of the water is very low. It can be as low as 10 degrees. So only if you're Swedish, perhaps it's an adventure. For people like us who are coming from Milan, it can be a misadventure as well. So please be careful. So this location is not exactly a beach kind of location, because you don't see a lot of people in their bathing suits, for example, but because there is a very big park next to it, there are indeed a lot of families and people with their pets, dogs, children having a good time on the weekend, which it is today. So today is Saturday. And in fact, if you walk up further, if you continue walking, at the end of that part, there is a very nice cafe where you can enjoy a nice coffee and a light snack at the patio. But there is also a very nice Swedish sauna over there, in case you want to, have a nice relaxing sauna session. One important landmark that you cannot miss noticing in the skyline of this area is the Turning Torso, which is this very tall skyscraper that you can see behind me. It is a new neo-futurist skyscraper, as it is called, and it's the tallest building in Scandinavia. Contrary to expectation, this 44-floor building is not only a commercial tower, as most skyscrapers are, but this is also a residential tower. So I would only like to imagine what kind of prices one is expected to pay if you have to buy an apartment over here, let alone renting one. This building is also the first twisted skyscraper of the world. Then it was time to explore the historic market square of Malmo, which is called the Lilla Torg. This little charming square is very close to the Gamla Staden, which is the old town of Malmo. The Lilla Torg was established in the 1500s and has been used as a market square since then. It is lined with many eating joints, making it a popular meeting place, especially in the summertime. Next up was my dinner place for the night, a lovely Mexican restaurant called Zocalo, and to get there, I took the Södergatan street, which is the main shopping street of Malmo. If you liked watching this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the bell icon and do subscribe to my channel, Good Morning Expat.